Hello. So I'm recording this video to walk you through with this field incident reporting and a complete reporting system that will not only help the operations team to track the incident, but also will help them to pinpoint the action areas where they need operational actions to improve overall the performance of vessels and a fleet at large. First of all, focusing on the high level KPI I have designed. The first thing is incident rate. That's not the exact number of incidents that are happening, but the incident rate. Of course, we have the exact incident number as well, but I try to normalize it with incident rate. That's number of incident per 1,000 sailing hour. So if we have any seasonality or some vessels are working and some are in uh, hold position, so we can exactly see how incidents are happening. And I have compared it with some benchmark, which is I have taken as 40 incident per 1,000 sailing hours is a benchmark. So how we are performing based on that benchmark. And then we have sub KPIs as well, exact number of incidents and the sailing hours we have actually done. Once we have reviewed the volume of the incident, then I came to the severity, because not each incident is same. So we came up with severity, and I have distributed into the four categories: minor, moderate, major, and critical. And of course, they have different scale from 0 to 2, minor, and 7 to 10, critical, and everything is self-explanatory. So currently we are operating at 4.4 severity on an average, and then I have some operational KPIs as well. How many average time it is taking to report an incident and to resolve an incident, and their SLA compliance. Are they are meeting our SLA, decided SLA, and things like that. So in the main KPIs, we have touched the volume, the severity, and the operational performance. After that, I have created bunch of trend analysis to see how they are happening across multiple dimension. Of course, the main thing is the time, how the incident rate is moving across the time, uh, and everything is clear. I have intentionally added the average line. So what's average? And of course, that's dynamic. You can hover on it and things like that. And intentionally, I have used the step chart, not the standard line chart. Yeah. After that, I have couple of visuals to categorize it by different dimensions. Seasonality, where we can clearly see there are more incidents happening in summer, less in winter, and we can it's dynamic, so we can see the incident rate as well. So if there are lots of incidents, so what's the incident rate? So in summer we have 32, in 31 in winter. So we can see the difference in absolute number as well as in the normalized form that we created incident rate. Then we can categorize it by the category, how what type of incident they were: mechanical, structural, navigational, or compliance related thing. And as it is a dynamic, so we can filter any category to see the relevant visuals as well. Then I tried to analyze it by the root cause. I mainly categorize it human and mechanical stuff, but that's not limited to that. But we can also drill down as well. So in mechanical, we can see there are equipment age related issues, weather condition issues, or lack of maintenance issue. So we can drill down further to this to understand what exactly issues they are happening. Apart from that, I tried to create a heat map sort of thing, so we can see how the incident rate is changing over the time. So in evening it's 32, in forenoon it's 32, and least is at night. So we can clearly see how the incident rate is changing over the time in the day. That will also, I think, helpful in the operational stuff. After some diagnostic thing, I have created more powerful and insightful visuals as well. One is performance, vessel performance, which is a scatter chart. X-axis On x-axis I have incident rate, and y-axis I have average severity. This will clearly segregate the vessels in their relevant quadrant to understand how severe they are and how frequently they are happening. So these are the high performance, where we have less incidents, more rare incident with low severity. And here we have low performers and high risk vessels with high frequent incidents and severe incidents. Of course, each donut or each circle shows a vessel. We can hover on it, exactly see what's the vessel name, what's the incident rate, are they above or lower to the average, what's the some descriptive things. And I have just tried to be creative here as well. For example, in build year we were 2007, so I calculate the age of that vessel to just give the exact sense, and user do not have to think how old this vessel is. So these are the few things, and of course we can exactly see which vessel is where and which needs our more attention. Finally, when I have everything, so I have created a score which is a weighted average score of three critical KPIs: incident rate, which is 50% weightage in this score, then average severity, which has 30% um, contribution in this score, and then SLA of resolution that has 20% contribution. Higher the score we have, better the performance is. So a weighted average score to give a score to each vessel and see which is performing best and which is performing least, and where we should have our more focus. And of course, once we hover on it, we can exactly see their KPIs result and things like that. That was a bit about how I approached this case study. It was really interesting and very, uh, I would say, uh, passionate for me to understand the new industry and try to work with it. Few more things I would like to explain how the user have to interact it. I have already explained few things and more. I have intentionally not added any filter because entire dashboard is uh, dynamic. So, for example, if you want to see the detailed analysis of this particular vessel, we can click on it and we can exactly see its trend and how it's being happening, how many actual incidents happened, and things like that. Similarly, if we can filter on by severity, for example, I click on any severe, this is not working. I guess that's overlap issue and things like that. So that's all I have to explain. My approach, how users should interact, how the user experience is being created,